A vaccination clinic takes place at Texas A&M University-San Antonio. Find out more. Many Texans and marine life are dealing with the after effects of the deadly winter storm. More details to come. And in sports, the latest in Jaguar athletics and a big announcement from the Spurs. Hello, I'm Robbie Chavez. Welcome to Enlace, where we are in the CAB courtyard bringing you the latest in campus and community news.
Texas A&M San Antonio Military Affairs partnered with South Texas Veterans Healthcare System to vaccinate the Southside community. I was there to get a first-hand look at the vaccination site and spoke to one local veteran about her thoughts on being vaccinated.
Veterans from the Southside community lined up at Patriots Casa to receive their first dose of the COVID-19 vaccine. South Texas Veterans Healthcare had 500 vaccinations on site.
Mainly those veterans from our South Bear, Southwest Military, and Pecan Valley outpatient clinic locations. We brought 500 Moderna vaccines with us, and we still have a couple of hours to go, but so far we've administered about 380 of those vaccines.
You also expressed the importance of becoming vaccinated.
I really encourage our community to get vaccinated. We have already seen a dramatic decrease in hospitalizations, and so that's really encouraging, and the science really does indicate that we should get vaccinated.
One local vet shared her thoughts on personally being vaccinated.
I'm excited, maybe a little bit nervous, but because I have a young baby at home, but I'm excited just to get it over with.
Banda also stated that her main reason was peace of mind for her family.
To make sure me and my husband are both vaccinated, that we're safe, that our baby's more likely to be safe, and then I feel like in the future it's going to be maybe a requirement, just like the flu shot, so I figure it's better just to get it now for job opportunities or anything, that we're vaccinated, we don't have to worry.
She also said how thankful she was that the event was simple. She did not have to fill out crazy forms or wait in a long line. With the commute being over 30 minutes to the nearest veterans healthcare system, this partnership strived to serve those in the Southside community. Richard Delgado explained.
We wanted to ensure that the Patriots Casa, yes, the primary mission is to support our military-connected students and our veteran students, but we also have a mission to help support our Southside veterans.
Delgado also said that there's more events to come with this partnership.
So we're hoping this is a constant rotation for the Department of Veteran Affairs. So stay connected to our Facebook and our social media pages because as we get information, we'll push it out.
For Enlace, Amanda Barela.
To celebrate its 60th anniversary, the Peace Corps collaborated with Texas A&M University-San Antonio to host a national virtual event in association with the Rotary International and World Affairs Council of San Antonio. The event offered personal accounts from people whose lives were impacted directly by President John F. Kennedy, who established the Peace Corps in 1961. Among the panelists was former San Antonio Mayor Phil Hardberger, who served in the Peace Corps for 5 years. The anniversary of the agency commemorates international peace and friendship, volunteerism, and service.
But when you really get down to it, it's human relationships. Is what the Peace Corps is all about. And when you care for others, they know you care for others. And that transcends any color, any language, any nationality.
The development of Vida has already started construction. Our reporter Katelyn Silva tells us more about the new community surrounding campus.
Vida, a 600-acre development by South Star Communities, will start off at 410, moving toward Texas A&M University-San Antonio and west over to Zarzamora. This news was originally announced on November 8, 2019, though since then, the pandemic placed some obstacles that delayed Vida's groundbreaking start to Phase 1 last spring. Students, faculty, and staff can still look forward to this new development with the start of Phase 1 of construction that is currently underway. President of South Star Communities says that the main core of the Vida community will be called the Zocalo.
The main core of our community is going to be the Zocalo. And so The Zocalo is the intersection of Jaguar and University Way. That intersection will be reconstructed.
The Zocalo will include an open space park that will allow restaurants, places to study, offices, and retail, a town center community that will take years to build, but something that Vida and the housing around it will help shape. Thad encourages student involvement as the process and development of Vida begins.
We want to be engaged with the students as much as we possibly can. So South Star, my company, and the neighborhood, we're going to be reaching out to the students for support in the sense of just getting the word out. We're going to build up our Jaguar pride as well over time.
So, Jaguars, if you have any ideas for anything you'd like to see around the Vida community that will in time be surrounding the campus, don't be afraid to follow them on social media or visit their website and leave a comment or two. You can visit them at livevida.com and their social media at livevida.sa. Reporting for Enlace, Katelyn, Silva.
Spoken word poet Brandon Leak joined the Jaguar community on Wednesday, February the 24th in the latest edition of the General's Coffee House. The event was hosted in the context of African American Heritage Month series at A&M San Antonio. Leak, the winner of the 15th season of America's Got Talent, interacted with students and shared a motivational message at the CAB courtyard.
How are y'all doing today? Yay! I'm happy to see people eating, enjoying themselves outside. I know that.
After the event, students got the chance to purchase merchandise and thank the artists for coming out. Leak says he would definitely be back in San Antonio with more spoken work. For the third consecutive year, A&M San Antonio closed Black History Month with the annual Jazz Art Show. The yearly gala showcases art from African American artists. This year, several pieces of art from the Smithsonian National Museum of African American History and Culture, located in Washington, D.C., were on display at Patriots Casa Ceremonial Room. Campus Activities Coordinator Jarek Brown talked about the importance of celebrating multiple cultural heritages on campus.
The various cultures out there. So we do this not only for African American Month, but for Hispanic Heritage Month and for all the other various months, just to highlight and to show inclusiveness of all the various cultures that we have on campus.
For more information on future events held on campus, students can check the events page on Jag Sync. Texas A&M University-San Antonio's annual Jaguar Awards is starting their nomination process for an outstanding senior. Nominations can be for students, faculty, staff, or alumni. Anyone who is part of the A&M San Antonio system can vote. If voting for a student, they must have an institutional GPA of 3.0 and be an undergraduate senior graduating or graduated in the current academic year of 2020 to 2021. Multiple nominations and self-nominations are allowed and the deadline is March 14th. Find out more on Jag Sync. When we come back, the mayor has an announcement and more on the damage the winter storm left for Texans and the marine life. Welcome back. And in community news, the mayor of San Antonio has announced a new fund that will help people repair their pipes. Our reporter Caitlin Silva tells us more.
And the newly created Community Pipe Repair Fund, CPR, that is administered by SAWS. Individuals impacted by the 2021 winter storm.
The mayor announced a new fund to help low-income families in need of pipe repairs on February 22nd as a result of the Texas winter storm last month. San Antonio residents may still be dealing with the after effects of the winter storm, which include pipes that need fixing in order to have running water in their household. The Community Pipe Repair Fund will be provided by the San Antonio Water System, and the funding for it will be hosted by the San Antonio Area Foundation. The fund will be available until all money has been used for emergency pipe repairs in San Antonio. So far, the fund has already received a donation from Spurs Give of $250,000, and Wells Fargo plans on donating $25,000. There are requirements needed to qualify for this assistance. According to SAWS, you must live in a single-family home, owner or renter, that was valued at $140,000 or less in the 2019 Bexar County tax appraisal. Although, if your house is valued at more than $140,000, there is still a chance that you and your family may qualify. That is, if your total household income is at or below 140% of the federal poverty line. covered repairs through this fund would be pipes that were damaged by the freeze brought on by the winter storm. If you think you meet the requirements and are in need of pipe repair but don't have the money to fix it, go to saws.org to apply. If you would like to donate to the CPR fund, go to the San Antonio Area Foundation's website at saafdn.org. Reporting for Enlace, Katelyn, Silva.
As Texas experienced a huge snowstorm a couple of weeks ago, not only were people affected, but animals too. Water temperatures dropped down to below 60 degrees Fahrenheit, and it was too cold for marine life to handle. After the week was finished, many different kinds of fish such as red drum, trout, and most of all bait fish washed up on many different shores, dead in the Rockport, Texas area. No one knows how long cleanup will take or what will happen next to the deceased fish, but that it's going to be a while before they are all completely gone. Texas Governor Greg Abbott made a statewide announcement on March 2nd to the Lubbock Chamber of Commerce. Our reporter Armando Villarreal has more.
El gobernador de Texas, Greg Abbott, anunció el fin de las restricciones contra el coronavirus. Abbott aumentó la capacidad de todas las empresas y emitió el mandato de las máscaras en el 2 de marzo.
Vamos a seguir a respetar lo que el gobernador nos afirmó ayer. Al 100%, pero todos los empleados van a seguir con protección para cuidado de nuestros clientes y de los demás empleados.
Los negocios de cualquier tipo podrán abrir al 100% de la cantidad de personas.
Esperemos que ya se quede en el 100% para bien del negocio, pero si tuviera que haber un cambio después a 75, a 50, lo respetaríamos de la misma manera para el bien de los clientes.
María Fernanda Meneses, una estudiante de la Universidad de Texas en San Antonio, dice que por la seguridad de todos los clientes, personas deben de seguir las reglas de la pandemia.
Todos deberíamos de seguir cuidándonos, no, a pesar de que está la vacuna y todo, yo creo que debemos de seguir siguiendo las reglas, tanto por nosotros como para todas las demás personas.
Texas también suspendería el uso de obligatorio de mascarillas. Sin embargo, los negocios tienen el derecho a recrear el uso de cubrebocas, aunque el gobernador Abbott haya cancelado la orden de su uso.
Nosotros nos vamos a seguir manteniendo con el mismo protocolo que se tenía de distanciamiento social, de que todos los clientes sigan viniendo con su cubrebocas, tanto el personal como los clientes, pues vamos a tener que acoplarnos a seguir las mismas reglas.
Varios negocios por el condado de Béjar esperan por la nueva guía de la nueva orden del estado de Texas. La orden del gobernador entrará en efecto el 10 de marzo. Soy Armando Villarreal, Enlace.
After Texas Governor Greg Abbott reversed the mask mandate, many local officials and citizens are wondering what the next steps will be. Our reporter Armando Villarreal gives us the community reaction.
Texas is lifting its mask mandate, making it the largest state to no longer require one of the most effective ways to slow the spread of the coronavirus. Mayor Ron Nienberg asked residents of San Antonio to continue wearing a mask to reduce the cases of the virus in a COVID-19 briefing on March 3rd.
Hellerstadt, who is the director of one of the two most important people to the state response to COVID-19, the pandemic, the entire time, has said everyone should be wearing a mask. It's an incredibly reckless and mixed message to say that while you're also saying, well, we're not required to do that.
Mike Jones, a tattoo artist manager at Ink and Iron Tattoos, says as a local business, the only thing they can do is adapt and do what's best for the tattoo shop and their customers.
I'm going to see what happens with this, and I'm going to hope for the best. But as a business, we're still putting our clients and our employees' safety at the utmost paramount, because no sale is worth someone's life.
Retailers and local businesses will still be allowed to impose restrictions of their own.
Just like it's somebody's right to wear a mask and not wear a mask, if they choose, it's going to be also our choice to decide whether or not we let people in with or without the mask. I know that we're going to do this based off of what we feel is the best for our clients and the best for our employees, because none of us here want to get sick either.
Health officials urgently warned the public about wearing no mask and warned that the pandemic is far from over.
With the new mandate, it is setting up the possibility to start seeing increasing cases And we know when that happens, a few weeks later, we'll start seeing an increase in hospitalizations. And then again, we'll see increase in deaths.
President Joe Biden urges Americans to keep following basic guidelines to stop the spread, including masks and social distancing.
I've asked the country to wear masks for my first 100 days in office. Now's not the time to let our guard down.
Governor Greg Abbott's new mandate to lift pandemic regulations will go in effect on March 10th. I'm Armando Villarreal, Enlace.
Stay tuned for the latest in Jaguar sports and the San Antonio Spurs.
Buenas y bienvenidos a Jaguar Sports. Alejandro Diaz, listo como siempre para traer lo mejor del mundo deportivo. Pitazo inicial y arrancamos con la acción de la NBA, donde los Spurs de San Antonio regresaron a la senda de la victoria, luego de vencer a los Knicks de Nueva York por 119-93. Una contundente victoria para los Spurs que les sirve para reponerse de la dolorosa derrota en tiempo extra que habían sufrido la noche anterior cuando recibieron a los Nets de Brooklyn. Ante los Knicks, los hombres de Popovich lograron marcar la diferencia en el tercer cuarto con una lluvia de cestas de 3 puntos, extendiendo así su ventaja a 19 unidades, que los puso en control del juego. Trey Lyles lideró a los hombres de negro y plateado con 18 puntos en 30 minutos. Y siguiendo con buenas noticias para los Spurs, la NBA anunció que el alero Keldon Johnson fue elegido como parte del equipo de Estados Unidos en el juego de los Rising Stars. Johnson está en su segundo año de profesional luego de haber sido seleccionado por los Spurs en el draft del 2019. Aunque el juego no se llevará a cabo como precaución por el COVID-19, la NBA quiso reconocer a los jugadores que merecían su nominación. Bueno, y otro anuncio que le trajo alegría a la gente de San Antonio fue el que los Spurs dieron a conocer, y es que comunicaron que los fans podrán volver al AT&T Center a partir del 12 de marzo. La organización de San Antonio anunció a través de su página web el plan de protocolos de seguridad que los fans tendrán que seguir para atender a los juegos de locales. Dentro de los requisitos se encuentran completar un formulario de salud previo a la llegada, chequeo de temperatura a la entrada del AT&T Center y el uso de tapabocas para el ingreso, entre otros requisitos. Pasamos ahora al softball de A&M San Antonio, las Jaguars, que visitaron a Schreiner University este 3 de marzo. Las Jaguars volvieron a la senda de la victoria y se llevaron el triunfo en ambos juegos. El primero lo ganaron con marcador de 4-2 y en el segundo, ya en la noche, derrotaron a Schreiner por 7-5. En el primer encuentro sobresalieron Melissa González con un triple y Gabby Mitchell, que batió 3 imparables, ambos hechos históricos para el equipo. Al final, las Jaguars quedan con récord de 4 ganados y 3 perdidos. Eso es todo por hoy, pero nos vemos la próxima semana con más de Jaguar Sports. And after the break, see how the Biden administration is handling immigration with a new proposed bill, along with the latest in health, food, and the stock market.
Thanks for staying with us. The Biden administration announced a new bill for those without citizenship as well as DACA recipients. Our reporter Lizbeth Perez tells us more.
Over 40 billion people in America were born in another country. With laws constantly changing, it's been a roller coaster of uncertainty for those who continue to not have a permanent legal status. The U.S. citizenship bill that was proposed by President Biden is an 8-year plan that would help immigrants with no status and DACA recipients build a pathway towards citizenship. Teresa Davila Coles, immigration attorney, gives us more insight on Biden's plan.
To have them become lawful permanent residents and then be able to apply for citizenship in the future. Along with that, I know that they're interested in having individuals that had been here since prior to January 1st of 2021 possibly be able to apply for some sort of path to citizenship.
This plan provides work authorization in the beginning of the process, and then after 5 years, they may apply for a green card. DACA recipients and some farm workers can apply immediately for a green card. After 3 years of having a green card, they can apply for a U.S. citizenship. Although this bill is so in the air, Attorney Cole says there's ways that a person can prepare.
Have all of your history and all of your documents together so that when you go to interview with an immigration attorney, they can review everything comprehensively.
Even if the final decision doesn't favor immigrants, it can still help them in the long run. For updates on the U.S. Citizenship Act, you can go to the White House website and scroll through the briefing room section for more information. This is Lizbeth Perez with Enlace News.
For a couple of weeks, San Antonio restaurants have been partnering to pay homage to America's culinary sweetheart, the hamburger. San Antonio Burger Week is an annual event that allows local foodies to support local restaurants while exploring different takes on the hamburger. Starting on February 26th and until Sunday, March 7th, food businesses from around the city are putting their best burgers on display while raising money for the San Antonio Food Bank. We spoke to one of the managers at Guillermo's about why they participate in Burger Week.
Just being a local business owner, want to give back to the community any way we can. I believe that some of the proceeds go back to the food bank.
For more information about being a part of a good cause while enjoying local culinary, you can visit the Burger Week's website at satxburgerweek.com, or you can check out their Instagram at San Antonio Burger Week. Mask wearing through the pandemic has caused a lot of people to break out. Our reporter, Nilse Hernandez, has more on what mask acne is.
Masks have been a part of our everyday life since last summer, and it doesn't look like they're going anywhere. A new federal order that was passed on February 2nd, 2021, requires masks on planes, buses, trains, and other forms of public transportation. While many of us have gotten used to wearing masks, we've also seen how it affects our skin.
I've been doing a lot of facials and it's just stubborn acne right now, and it's like because of the mask.
Ana Ruiz, owner of Daydream Salon in San Antonio, has noticed a difference in her client's skin.
There's like a new thing called maskne, so it's basically mask acne.
These types of blemishes can be seen along the chin and cheek area, directly where a mask would sit on the face.
It creates a lot of bacteria and basically humidity in your mask from like our own breaths and stuff like that. And if you're not changing them every day, it's just that like build up bacteria.
According to the Center for Disease Control, cloth masks should be washed when they get dirty, or if possible, daily, while disposable masks should be thrown away after one use. Masks now play a vital role in our lives and have been proven to prevent the spread of COVID-19. But not all hope is lost. There are some steps that you can take to alleviate maskne.
Sunscreen, it really does help light up sunspots and some pigmentation areas, and it's like sometimes you think it's scarring, but it can be from sun damage too. But definitely a good cleanser and a good exfoliant, and drink a lot of water.
Black Restaurant Week is underway as San Antonio celebrates Black-owned eateries for the third year in a row. Black History Month has just ended, but that doesn't mean the celebration is entirely over. During Black Restaurant Week, San Antonio sheds a spotlight on some of its very own restaurant owners of color. 30 restaurants from around the city are taking part this year. Each restaurant is offering a unique set of specials and meals to commemorate this week. In addition to this, participating businesses are teaming up with the San Antonio Food Bank to raise money for those in need. Yarnisha Lyons, owner of Binge Kitchen on the Northwest Side, shared how Black Restaurant Week has impacted her.
So we have people coming in from who've never heard of us before, who's not even vegan. We're a 100% vegan restaurant, and we have people coming in who want to support Black Restaurant Week and Black-owned businesses. So it actually helps our mission by exposing us to a whole different audience of people.
For more information on Black Restaurant Week, go to www.blackrestaurantweeksanantonio.com. Stock markets and GameStop. Take a look at how social media played a major role in both. Our reporter, Xander Chavarria, has more.
I'm going to tell individuals, look, we still got to do our homework. We still got to figure out if this is a stock and a company that's going to stay around or if it's just straight hype.
A social media surge created a wildfire in the stock market with GameStop stocks. A group of everyday traders teamed up on a Reddit forum and created this GameStop investment trend against the institutions on Wall Street.
Seeing a lot more people without knowing the whole situation just because of the activity of it that they start buying it. And then it just keeps going. And then it just keeps going. And so in that aspect, that's what happened here.
As weeks go by with GME stocks trending downward, the question is now, how realistic is this approach in the long run?
I think you're not going to see this happen over and over because of the fact that there's got to be substance behind it.
While many young traders became rich virtually overnight, experts are saying this is not the most effective way to trade stocks due to the uncertainty of the future in the company. This is Xander Chavarria with Enlace News.
Thank you for watching this episode of Enlace. That's all we have for this week. For Robbie, Chavez, and Alejandro Diaz, see you next time.